I guess I should probably make a video on ear stretching tips and tricks, maybe, because I have a lot of ideas and I only do ear videos, or only have done ear videos so far. Mine, 3/4, 19 millimeters. Let's see. Small sizes. Don't skip sizes. It's pretty dumb. It thins out your ears, even more so than stretching in general does. Once you get to bigger sizes, like 7/16 and bigger, it's not the best idea to use tapers. It's not the best idea to use tapers in general because they distribute weight unevenly to your ear. Don't stretch with silicone because your ear can adhere to the plug because it's so porous. There's a method of stretching called taping. It's best if you use Teflon tape or bondage tape. Bondage tape is plastic and it's not porous, so your ears won't stick to it. Teflon tape or PTFE tape is also known as plumber's tape. It's used to stop leaks on pipes and stuff, so it's not porous and your ears won't stick to it and grow to it. The only thing bad about Teflon tape is it sucks all the moisture out of your ear and makes it really dry. I use electrical tape even though it's porous and your ear does have a chance of adhering to it. I've never had any problems. I'm not telling you to stretch with it, but that's what I use. You should probably take your plugs out once a day for a couple hours or so. Massage them with E-oil, emu oil, or jojoba oil, spelled Jojoba. To get blood circulating, start all the way down here and just move it down. It helps thickening your earlobes. And E-oil, rubbing with E-oil helps reduce scar tissue. And I use E-oil as lube also when I'm putting my plugs in. To keep your ears from getting infected, or if they seem to be getting infected, you should probably use sea salt water, warm sea salt water, or they've got this little sea salt water spray stuff at Hot Topic. I've never used it or anything, but it's what it is. Don't stretch too fast. That is one of the worst things you can do to your ears. It will give you blowouts, tears, and it will thin your ears out drastically. The minimum size for the smaller sizes up until you get to about 00 would be probably about 2 to 3 weeks. That's when your ear is mostly healed or completely healed. I used to stretch every 2 weeks when I was at smaller sizes. When I got to 00, I started waiting months, like a month between stretches. Sometimes it's best to wait even more than a month. If you get a blowout, it's best to downsize immediately. A blowout is when the skin from the inside gets pushed out and it forms like a little bubble type looking thing. I've never had one ever, so that's the best I can probably describe it. Massage it with E-oil, sea salt soaks, of course, and I've even heard from some piercers to push it back inside your ear and wear your plug that way and it'll go back to normal, but I've never had to do that because I've never had a blowout. For tears, downsize immediately, or even just take your plugs out in general. Just let it heal up and start all over from scratch and be smarter about it this time. Sea salt soaks, again, for thin ears. There's not really much you can do except downsizing builds up scar tissue that you end up stretching when you go back up. Also, e-oil, massaging with e-oil, emu oil, or jojoba oil. That brings blood down to the ear, which in turn thickens it. I have a really thin ear. The only thing I do with it is massage with e-oil. It's improved a little bit, but not by much. I'm not too set on thickening it quite a bit. I just want to go up a couple more sizes and then I'll stop, so I'm not too worried about it. Should be able to make it that far. Don't stretch with acrylic tapers. Your ear can adhere to it. You should only use plastic plugs, like acrylic plugs like these, when your ears are healed. Your best bet is to stretch with glass or stainless steel tapers, and then wear glass or stainless steel plugs or tunnels until your ears are healed fully. The smell and gunk that you get on your ears is dead skin cell buildup. You can manage the smell basically by just taking care of your ears, washing them, making sure they're clean. Wooden plugs, those help absorb some of the stench, I guess. It just absorbs into the plug and your ears don't smell as bad. Don't ever use rubbing alcohol on your ears, because that's basically to heal a wound and you don't want these bad boys to heal up. You just want them bigger, right? That's the point of this. Don't use, if you're going to stretch with acrylic tapers, don't use rubbing alcohol on them. It'll take off the finish and then that's going to be even worse for your ears. Rubbing alcohol also dries out your ears, as does hydrogen peroxide, so just stick with sea salt water for cleaning them. And if you just want to play with them, just play with them. Don't be too rough, you know. Don't rip them on purpose. But yeah. 0 is commonly referred to as the size of no return, as in if you go past 0, your ears won't close up all the way. I'm at 3/4, and my ear will most likely only close up to a 00 if I ever take them out right now. And yeah, so this is pretty much a very dedicated body mod. If you're not going to want it forever, don't even bother doing it unless you're going to go up to 0. Yeah, that's pretty much it.